Hello everyone, my name is Christina Flores and for today's video, I will be discuss this following. So keep watch because I am going to start. Since we are in the grade school, we always heard the words photosynthesis and it is familiar to us. Let's recall what you have learned from this lesson. Sunlight is a good of vitamin D. Photosynthesis is a process used by plants and other organisms to convert light energy into chemical energy that through cellular respiration that can be later released to fuels that organism activities. The rule of photosynthesis is the process by which plants and some bacteria and some protists use the energy from sunlight to produce glucose from carbon dioxide and water. This glucose can be converted into pyruvate which release adenosine triphosphate or ATP by cellular respiration. Oxygen also formed in this process, by which photosynthesis it can create a simple sugar that can plant uses as a fuel. To fully understand what is photosynthesis, let me give you an example. Photosynthesis use a light to put things together. Plants use process to make their own food with the help of sunlight, water, and carbon dioxide. Plants breathe in the carbon dioxide and give out oxygen. This also use water and other nutrients to make food, which absorbed by their roots. The leaves contain tiny pigmented called the chloroplast. This pigment it also take carbon dioxide and water and sunlight and turn into a sugar and oxygen. The sugar used the plants to make their food and oxygen and given into atmosphere. This process as a whole is called photosynthesis. Plants are often known as the lungs of the world. Why? Because as they take carbon dioxide and give out oxygen, which humans breathe. Chlorophyll is a green pigment that is found in the chloroplast of green plant that it makes the plant look green. Chlorophyll is divided into two dimensions, the chlorophyll A and the chlorophyll B. Chlorophyll A is the prime pigment used in photosynthesis. It captures sunlight. The chlorophyll B is the additional pigment used in photosynthesis. It collects sunlight and passes it to chlorophyll A. All chlorophyll have a lipid-soluble hydrocarbon tail, a flat hydrophilic head with a magnesium ion and its center. It differs to chlorophyll have different side group on the head. The structure of chlorophyll consists a central magnesium atom surrounded by a nitrogen-containing structure called a porphyrin ring. Attached to the ring is a long carbon hydrogen side chain or known as a petal chain. Variations are used to minor modification of certain side group. As you can see in this picture, in the upper part, we can see that the chlorophyll A and chlorophyll B, the green pigment, it was called porphyrin ring or light-absorbing head of molecule. The lower part, there is a hydrocarbon tail or H atom not shown. There is more than one type of chlorophyll and each of type plays a different role and has unique chemical structure. Chlorophyll is essential for photosynthesis. It serves two primary functions in the photosystem. Function of chlorophyll is to absorb light and transfer that light energy into chemical energy such as glucose. Chlorophyll specifically light absorb light from the red and blue part of the light spectrum and reflect green light. Chlorophyll's job in a plant is to absorb light, usually sunlight. The energy absorbed from the light is to transfer to two kinds of energy storing molecule. Through photosynthesis, the plant uses stored energy to convert carbon dioxide, absorbed from the air, and the water into glucose of type of sugar. Chlorophyll can be viewed as a foundation of all life on the earth. because photosynthesis is the starting point of food webs in every type of ecosystem from terrestrial to marine. The difference between chlorophyll A and chlorophyll B is regarding their part in photosynthesis. Chlorophyll A is the most important pigment used in the process of photosynthesis, whereas chlorophyll B is a secondary pigment as it collects the energy and passes it to chlorophyll A. Hence, we can say that the basic rule of chlorophyll A is to absorb light from the orange, red, and violet blue colors of the spectrum and transfer this energy to reaction center. It then provides two electrons to the electron transport chain. Basically, it is the most important electron transport donor. Further, the organism uses the energy from the sun for cellular process. Hence, we can say that the main rule of chlorophyll B is to increase the absorption of spectrum of organism. This helps them to absorb more energy and basically help organism to convert more energy from the sun into chemical energy. Propyrene is a large ring molecule consisting of four perules, which are smaller rings made from four carbon and one nitrogen. These perules molecules are connected together through a series of single and double bonds which form the molecule into a large ring. The technical name of four perules connected together is a tetraperule. The propylene rings serve an important role in plants' assembly line for the most abundant pigments in the nature. Because the propylene molecules are evolutionarily conserved, we see that same iron-holding hem propylene in the plants as we do in the animals. Plants also use the electron transport chain to produce ATP, and similar propylene are used as those in animals. However, plants have also mastered in different configuration of propylene molecules which allows them to capture the energy in sunlight. Chlorophyll is a special molecule designed around the propylene base. In the image, the chlorophyll molecule has several unique side chain of the propylene molecules. Instead, the molecule functions to capture energy from sunlight. The magnesium ion helps capture and store electrons during the process. The magnesium ion also helps the propylene absorb red and blue light instead of reflecting red light as it does with blood. This causes only strong green color to come through, which give plants green color. We know that natural propylene includes the red color heme represented in hemoglobin, which is responsible for blood oxygen transport, and chlorophylls and some bacteria and the plants which are utilized for photosynthesis. The light is absorbed by the leaves upon photosynthesis. Depends upon the absorption of light by pigments in the leaves of plants. The most important of this is the chlorophyll A and chlorophyll B also plays a role. The measure rate of photosynthesis as a function of absorbed wavelength correlates well with the absorption of frequency of chlorophyll A but make it evident that there are some other contribution to the absorption. The leaf has a large surface area on the outside and inside of the leaf for maximum absorption of sunlight. On the surface of the leaf, the epidermis is clear like window to allow light in. The plot of the absorption of the spectra of the chlorophyll plus to beta carotene correlates well with the observed photosynthetic output. The measure of chemical efficient is made by measuring the amount of oxygen produced by leaves following exposure to various wavelengths. It is evident that only the red and blue ends of visible part of the electromagnetic spectrum are used to plant in photosynthesis. The reflection of the transmission of the middle of the spectrum give the leaves energy green visual color.